Are you still drinking alcohol? I promised you guys a couple years ago when I decided to give up alcohol that I would touch back in and let you know how I felt and how it's going, and then kind of revisit why I decided to stop drinking. So here we go. A couple years ago, I decided that alcohol just wasn't working for me anymore. I was a social drinker. I'd go out and drink with my husband or with my friends or around a campfire. I wasn't a heavy drinker, but I definitely drank through the week. And I came to a point where I was just feeling like a few things weren't right. I felt like my sleep wasn't good. That was a huge thing. I felt like I had more brain fog than in the past, and I couldn't really figure out why. I would crawl to the coffee in the morning feeling like I just wasn't rested. And I kept wondering what was going on. Something in my body was shifting. And I have talked to a lot of women who say that right around the age that I was, late 30s, they felt the same. This sent me down a quest of trying to figure out what was changing. Yes, perimenopause is knocking on the door, but I actually think that it was something deeper than that. I think my body's system was taxed when it came to alcohol. My liver was like, give it up. You are done. You don't need to keep doing this to yourself. My brother-in-law, Sean, sent me an episode of Joe Rogan where he had a brain specialist on. And this brain specialist ended up talking about sleep and sleep's connection to alcohol, and how I had thought that having a drink at night actually was going to help me sleep better. But the reality is that alcohol can act as a stimulant. It can make you crash hard and heavy, but then you're constantly waking up as you sleep because you're never getting into that deep REM sleep. So that was the episode that did it for me. I decided I'm going to give it a total quit, cold turkey. I'm not going to touch alcohol, and we'll see how I'm feeling. So anecdotally, 2 years in, here's what I've noticed. For me personally, the biggest things that I have noticed since quitting alcohol, my sleep has ginormously improved. I go to sleep feeling tired and I stay asleep all night unless my dog wakes me up. But in the past, I was in this sketchy zone of awake, asleep, awake, asleep, awake, asleep, never really getting into that good, solid, heavy REM sleep that our bodies need. I wear a ring that checks my sleep, and I can tell you that I am consistently placing in 95 percentile of sleep, where I am sleeping heavy and good, and I feel restored because I'm getting that restorative sleep that I need. Prior to cutting out alcohol, I was never getting into that deep sleep that your body needs throughout the night. I wake up feeling like I don't need to go grab coffee. I want some, but I don't feel that like I need it to open up my eyes that I did when I was drinking alcohol. My cognitive reasoning and function has significantly improved. I feel so much clearer since giving up alcohol. I never felt like a heavy fog. But man, I will tell you, since giving up alcohol, it's like something that was there that fogged everything that I didn't even realize is gone. My ability to reason, to connect dots, to be creative, and even in my prayer life is night and day since giving up alcohol. My skin and my hair since cutting out alcohol has completely shifted. I noticed this probably, I would say, at the 6 month to a year in. My skin overall, I didn't battle all the stuff that I was battling before. Wrinkles, acne, dry, dull, all of that, it went away, to be completely honest. And again, this is anecdotal, but for me, a huge change in my overall skin health and my hair health since giving up alcohol. Lastly, for me is anxiety. I have battled anxiety on and off, as I'm sure most people have. 6 months in from giving up alcohol, I have not battled anxiety at all. My body's automatic default mode, which used to be more anxious, heightened, probably in that sympathetic mode, has completely changed to where I am so much more relaxed and able to control my emotions, my mental state. The anxiety that used to be just a constant thing that I, even if it was subliminal, just in the background, is gone. So Gary Brecka today put out a tweet, and I thought this would be something really helpful to share with you because he actually gives PubMed studies behind what he says. So he talks about how alcohol is the most socially accepted neurotoxin that we glorify and normalize, even though it wrecks biology at every level. So he breaks it down. Did you know that one drink disrupts REM sleep for 1 to 2 nights? And sleep studies show that even moderate alcohol intake reduces deep sleep and raises cortisol. 100% what I noticed prior to giving up alcohol and since being in the clear for 2 years now. Alcohol destroys gut lining and microbiome diversity. It increases intestinal permeability, which is that leaky gut, which they say is linked to a whole slew of health issues. And this fuels systemic inflammation. That's huge. That's something that a lot of people who do give up alcohol, because I've talked to so many people now, say that they feel like their digestion, their overall eating patterns, the way that they process food has totally changed since cutting alcohol out. It shrinks brain volume even at 1 to 2 drinks per day. Okay, do any of us want our brain volume to shrink? No, thank you. Recent UK Biobank data found that even light drinkers had significant reductions in gray matter volume. It affects, like, that to me is crazy wild to see the physical ramifications of even very light drinking. Alcohol elevates estrogen in men and women and throws off hormone balance. It increases body fat storage. I think that this is a big reason why I've noticed such a huge difference in my skin, my body, my skin health, my body health, like my physical health, my body composition has changed because of this, because of the rebalancing of my hormones, especially going into your 40s. We just don't have time for alcohol in our 40s anymore, you guys. Alcohol depletes B vitamins, magnesium, and glutathione, which are all critical for energy production, detox, and brain health. So he says there is no safe dose of alcohol. Even social drinking has biological consequences. If you want real recovery, energy, and mental clarity, cutting alcohol might be the biggest upgrade you haven't made yet. I 100% agree. And I just wanted to give you guys this quick update because it's been 2 years now. I feel better than ever. I feel better in my 40s than I did in my 30s. And I think a significant reason why is because I said goodbye to alcohol. So give it a try. Let me know in the comments what you think. I'm curious if you've given up alcohol. If you have, how long? And what have you noticed since cutting it out of your life?